web journal. I'm doing things a little bit differently since I'm not really doing anything as far as coding the game right now. I thought it would be more interesting if I just actually showed you how I model one of these houses. In this instance, I'm actually going to be modeling the pawn shop. As you can see, I have my outline here, which is just a top-down view of the floor plan for the pawn shop. Um, this isn't something I created. I just kind of, borrowed this from the online world. Um, so I'm just going to be starting out by doing some simple geometry here with laying out how the walls are going to look. And basically all I'm doing is actually taking this pretty much a two-dimensional plane, and I'm just going to. I feel kind of like dude with the hair, the afro, that's like always doing the paintings and junk, But no, right now I'm really just going to take this, and I'm going to be just following the outline of the actual map here. Nothing, real special. I like to have it like this, so it's a wireframe, so I can actually see what I'm doing. That's always good. But yeah, so pretty much all I end up doing is extruding along the walls here until I pretty much match the pattern how I want it to look. So this right here is actually a little bit off, so I'm going to shorten both of these up. That's about right. Things like windows and stuff I add in later by creating cuts where I need them. Whoops. So yeah, that's kind of the way that works out. But it's very it's not a really difficult process, because this is pretty much like if you can trace, then you can pretty much accomplish whatever. But here I'm going to make just a nice little loop cut, and I need to bring that down to there. I'm not sure what this wall. I'm assuming this is just part of the wall. I assume. I don't really know. But yeah, it's pretty easy. Just lock in things to certain planes and watching what you're doing. It's the only hard part about this really is just trying to be as precise as possible, because you want to accurately follow the design, and you want to really hope that your design isn't like you want to hope that the picture isn't all kinds of screwed up, like like lines are straight and everything. You want to be able to assume the lines are straight. Otherwise, it makes things a bit more tricky, because then later you're going to find out that, well, it wasn't quite as straight as you thought it was. And it all depends on, whether or not you get a good image to start with. A good starting image is key. Blue skidoo, we can too. Other cool thing with doing this is, just want to make another loop cut here. Extrude this onward. I've decided to do this now because, man, I really need to work on those zombie models, don't I? Because I am so lazy when it comes to getting those done right now. Girl's been bugging me to get zombies in forever now, but my animating or modeling expertise are not quite where I would like them to be, so I'm kind of holding off on that for the time being. oh, right here, places like here where you have a big gap, I just extrude through it, generally. And then what I'll do is I will end up deleting this face by just going down here, select face, and face is gone. Simple as that. Yeah, back to vertex mode. Actually, I need to make another loop cut. Boom. Actually, it's a little bit off. I'm only going to go through the basic part of this because this would get very boring very quickly if it hasn't already. But I'm just going to go through the basic setup here. So that, I wonder what this actually is. It's like a big room. I'm guessing this room will be the, what's it called? The, kind of like the storage room. I can't remember what they call it. I haven't watched Pawn Stars forever, but they have a room where they hold on to things that they're required to hold, like they're required to hold on to items they purchase for a certain amount of time. And until they do, they can't like legally sell it or something like that. I just can't remember what they called that damn room. You see here, I think this wall may be a little, yeah, it looks a little bit like it's not quite straight and even. So that kind of sucks. That kind of things happen, but yeah, we deal with it, I mean, pretty much I just want to keep things as straight as possible. It would be nice if everything was, you know, perfectly straight in this drawing, but rarely ever is. And I'm thinking this is a window or a garage right here. It's probably a garage. So I'm just going to pretend like it doesn't exist. This portion here, I believe, is the main entrance, which is kind of cool. I get that stupid Blues Clues song stuck in my head right now. I don't know why. Alright. And one more loop cut. Now, to make sure that you have things even, what I end up doing here is I'm going to grab these two vertices, and I'm going to check the, let's see, I think this would be the X value. Yep. And I'm going to check the X value is 17.1. I'm just going to round this off to 17. Actually, no, let's say it's 17.1. So I'll put that at 17.1, and I'll put these also at 17.1. You can see I was close there, but not quite. You want to be close as possible. And then I do kind of the same thing with this set of vertices. Again, just so that I can be absolutely sure that everything is even and matches up nicely. That'll actually optimize things for, you know, loading with the load times, or getting the load times a little bit better. And there I just hit, you know, select those vertices, hit F, and it let me add in the new face. But as you can see now, I've pretty much outlined this whole thing. If I get rid of the background image here, this is what I have. You know, obviously it just looks like nothing right now, but when I get everything in there, all I have to do is go into this sort of type of perspective and block the view a certain way, and suddenly here we go. That outline has become actual fills and stuff. So you know, that's pretty much how it's done. The difference now is that I have to go back and go through each of these individual walls and actually extrude in layers and just kind of build those walls. So that's pretty much the basic idea of how I'm building these buildings. I'm taking real buildings to the game space. I'll be redoing that initial house that I built, and I actually had a new layout, and I've increased the map size so that I'll be able to put larger buildings and larger neighborhoods and larger areas in, so that it'll be a much bigger map. But I hope you've enjoyed this dev journal today. I'm still looking for actual 3D models or modelers and 3D artists, 2D artists, because I'm okay at this, but I'm not very good. I'm having people that actually know what they're doing, as opposed to me just kind of winging it, would be pretty helpful, I'm sure. But or if you can actually just do what I've done here, I can work with you. I could use people that are willing to use Blender here. Blender is a free modeling program, so if you can get that and when you want to help out, that'd be fine with me. Other than that, thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned for more updates.